Killer thing I learned here. I've installed, I don't know, hundreds of taillights in buses, and I just get so tired of when I'm putting the gaskets on, um, even on the late model taillights, where they're the large ones, you got to put them on, and then this part comes off, and it starts very quickly. Not long after, let me just show you this 13 window real quick, and these are Wolfsburg West, really good quality. About a year after I put these on, you can even already see the cracking going on here with the rubber. And if it's cracking here, it's probably cracking on the other side as well. So the housings are probably going to come loose pretty quickly. So let's take a look at the solution for this. So if you notice, these are like on there now, and they won't come off. Well, I can take them off if I need to, but they're not going to come off automatically at all, because this stuff right here, I'm going to tell you, this is one of my go-to products, Versacam Mega Black. You can use Ultra Black too, but it's not as strong as this stuff is. I don't care if they say, oh, that's production grade, that's the cheaper one. I don't care. This is better. Okay, I've used both. Okay, so I put that, what I did is, like, tired of trying to put this thing on, having it fall out, put it on, fall out, put it on, it's just like, what a pain in the ass. So what I did is I put the gasket on. I just put it on here first. But I put the, the rubber piece here under my thumb. I put that on, and then I just took a bead of this stuff, and now it's like, you can't take it off. I mean, it's on there so good. So if it starts to crack, this will hold it in place so that maybe only the cracks will come out here. And because this rubber on this side is so thin, there's not much to hold it there. And this aftermarket rubber usually isn't very good. It's just what we have, guys, so don't expect anything that we don't have. And this will actually hold this in place. I think I'm going to double ground these. I'm not sure if there's a grounding spot on them or not. I would definitely recommend double grounding them if you don't want to have problems with your taillights. Let me do that, and I'll put one in place. Let's take a look at this ground that I made. Clean out this lens. What I use is a really small round eye connector, and just connected it right to there. There's plenty of space in there between this and the ground. Should be fine. Just got to get a really tiny round eye connector. I had a bunch of them, and I was like, what the hell am I going to do with these? So this was perfect for this. So I remember it's been so long since I've had a early bus, and I didn't have the taillights out of it very often, and it had original rubber. So of course, now the focus has decided to come in, so you can take a little closer look at that. Little round eye connector, took the screw out, put this in, make sure it's tight. Now I got a second ground. Well, I don't think there is a ground, is what my point is. And I think there was like part of this part right here had an open area, and on my early bus, and that grounded to the body, and it always failed. Had, issues always with the taillights. So this should take care of that. So anyway, I'll go ahead and put this in place, and then we'll take a look at how much easier it is to put in and how much less problem you'll have. You'll have to put this stuff on here and leave it overnight. That's what I did. I did it last night. I was like, you know what? I was starting to put the taillights in, and I was like, this is a pain in the rear. I got an idea. And I just put this on here, and my go-to product, works really good. And let's see how it works. Wow, that is a huge time saver. I don't think it would work without the Mega Black. I think if you tried regular silicone, it may work, but I don't like maybes. So, especially when you have to leave something overnight, and then I'll have to wait another night, and I want to get this bus together. So, anyway, it was, because you have to really, to put this in place, you have to really bend this part of it, in through the hole. And it takes a bit of stretching to do. So if you use the cheaper silicone, it probably wouldn't work. It may. GE has a really good silicone too, but it's definitely not as strong as this. And now it's pretty permanent. It won't have any issues with the taillight falling into the inside of the bus, which that happens too, especially when they start getting cracked, which I'm probably going to do my other one, take them out and silicone them overnight and then put them back in, and that'll solve that problem with the cracking rubber. And makes, because that stuff right there, I've actually got that stuff, I've tested that for many years, 5-6 years, and that Mega Black is still holding. It's actually better than this rubber is right here. I could probably coat it on the outside if the rubber started to crack, and it probably increase the longevity of the rubber. It probably would work better than the rubber that's on there. So anyway, it's pretty amazing when you can get something in a tube that's actually better than, you know, something that was made in a factory. Wow. Okay, so let's take a look with the taillight on, and we'll take a look at that all finished. All right, so here we go. It looks beautiful. Went on so easy. No fighting to get the threads to line up, because I lined them up properly before I put the stuff on. That's why I put the coating on the outside of the area, not trying to put it on between the two surfaces, and it held perfectly. Very strong, very nice looking. Definitely the way to go on all of your taillight installation. Early bus up to 70, well, up to 71, and I would do the same thing. So if you have a late model bus, definitely use the same technique, but you got a bigger taillight. Maybe I'll show another video on that when I do the other one. But we'll just leave this one at that, and subscribe. There's going to be some more cool stuff coming. Talk to you in the next video. And like.